So I've had this little heater here for probably about 8 years. It was given to me from a friend. Um, the igniter decided to crap out of me on the weekend. So basically what I do, this garage is insulated to the tits. So you could light a candle and stay warm in here, one of those situations. Now I've always heated my garage with one of these elements. Not necessarily the ceiling one, but there's always been one of those in here. And that's how I always heated this garage, because it didn't need much to heat. But it took a long period of time, usually. So when I started actually hanging out here, which is pretty much right when we bought the house, basically. It was just a man cave to me, but I did keep cars in here at one point. So I used the vapor barrier off, basically from where this garage door starts, and go all the way up. So this, basically where the rug is right now, it would be vapor barriered off, so it would just be this left section of the garage I would hang out at. So the rest of where the concrete is was blocked off because that was the colder spot. So I just heated this little section to stay warm. But of course, you smoke out here, friends over smoking in here, and it gets bad in here. So you have to open the door anyways, and all the heat escapes. So I decided to start vapor burying the back of the actual, well, the outside of the garage door. That way the whole garage stays warm. But this thing, one of these, I mean, you could turn this on in the morning at 8 a.m. And if it's, say, 2 degrees in here, it could get up to like 9 or 10 by noon hour. But that's still time consuming. So I ended up getting this thing from a friend a few years back. And yeah, the ignition started crapping out maybe a week ago. It would take forever to light. And Sunday it finally had enough, and there was absolutely no spark at all. So yeah, the igniter died. So I thought, well, what am I going to do now? I don't really want to go spend money on a new one. So this thing does still work, but I have to do it a way where I don't really want to do it. But it does work. So this is how I've been lighting it. Not really safe, not something I really want to do. So that's how I've been lighting this thing for like 3 days now. So it's really not that bad, but I just don't like playing with propane and sticking a thing in there. So if for some reason now, when it is warm, if I turn the gas on now, it'll probably light. But it only does it when it's warm. I don't like screwing with propane in the garage as it is. I have ventilation, but I just don't like screwing with propane in the garage, even though it is ventilated. I do have a window, I do crack the door. Really cold days, I just crack the window, put the fan on over the window. It is kind of letting the heat out. I think you're a little low. But anyways, this is basically what I use to heat up the garage really fast. And then the ceiling one is the one that actually keeps the temperature. So because this has started crapping out, I was actually going to get a new one of these last year. And no matter what if I put a full tank on, it basically ran like it was running out of gas. So I was ready to buy a new one last year. But then I took the line apart and the regulator off and everything and blew it all out with compressed air and put it back together, and it seemed to work pretty good. So it was working fine all last winter, the end of winter. And this year it started off great, but now it's just being really finicky. And I don't like the thought of sticking a barbecue lighter in there. Sometimes I just don't trust myself. But anyways, I ended up picking this thing up. So it's Dyna Glow Pro. Just the same thing, 40 BTUs. But it's newer design. I mean, I think this thing is about 20 years old. And I mean, it's from Coleman. I don't think Coleman makes stuff like this even anymore. I didn't even know they did. So yes, I got this. Really hard to find one of these right now. I guess because of COVID, everybody's kind of got the same idea. But yeah, really hard to find. So I ended up ordering this one. It was actually supposed to come Friday, but it got delivered yesterday. But I just haven't put it together yet. So it's got a lot of safety features. So I thought I'd just I was going to do an unboxing, but I didn't feel like screwing around removing styrofoam stuff. So I already got it out. So it's really nice looking. Way newer design. I thought I'd just get it done with and try it out here. So I'm going to hook it up off camera and we'll be back. Okay, so I got this thing hooked up. I don't really like the way how tight the hose is, but what do you do? Guess it'll stretch out once it gets used. Only the fan is loud by itself. Well, try it. Holy fuck. That's loud compared to the other one. Holy crap. It's really loud compared to my other one. Oh, this suction cup. Suction cup is a pain in the ass, but it's all I have right now. Yeah, it's really loud compared to my other one. But you can feel the heat a lot further. I think the fan was also getting kind of slow in the other one too. You could smell the new smell coming off the metal, like you would in a new exhaust on a car. Definitely not propane, because propane doesn't have that smell. Very distinct rotten egg smell with propane. You could just smell the metal, the new smell burning off it. Yes, so this little tank setup works okay. A little louder than my other one, but it's a little more safe, especially with the other one not working right. But a little more efficient too. I think the old one was... She was getting a little tired. I guarantee that thing's 20 years old. I think it was getting a little tired. The fan was getting a little tired. And just worn out. I mean, it's done its time. So yeah, this seems to work a lot easier. Still need two hands to light it. The other one you had to hold the igniter and then hit the spark, or hold the gas, then hit the igniter, then let off the gas when it was running. Same setup here, but you just have the dial is in the opposition. So as soon as you turn the fuel on, you just push in and turn and it clicks and basically does the same thing, but you still have to hold it with the handle or the top of it because she seems to slide away. I think it's a little lighter than the other one too, because the other one's a dinosaur. But anyway, so no changes in the garage really. I did get a new little amp for in here just because it was basically the only thing I didn't have in here was some kind of music, some kind of stereo system. And this is Bluetooth. Just got it off Amazon for $100. So it works really good. So I got all the amplifier and all the settings and all that crap. And all I did was put a couple of these, let's see if I can see them in here. These old JVC speakers. They're pretty bassy for what they are. I mean, they come off a decent stereo. So I just put them up along there. It works pretty good out here, especially music sounds a lot better when you can turn up bass and treble and screw around with all those dials. So it makes it sound pretty good. Anyways, I just thought I'd come on and do that little somewhat unboxing of this thing. Nothing special. It's the first time I was trying it too, so thought I'd kind of do it on camera. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.